What you saying, ladies and gents? It is your boy Bucket Sam, and we are back again today for another episode. Oh my word, I've nearly just fallen over, and we're literally 5 seconds in. We are here today for another episode of the Rambling series. It is episode 10. We finally hit it. Woo woo! And today we're going to talk about transfers, TikTok, and non-league. Just a bit of a short one because I do have to dash today, but here we go. Let's talk about the TikTok. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been watching them, or if you're new to the channel, or if you watch this channel and you've not seen a TikTok, do whatever, just go check both of them out. I want to thank everyone. The non-league videos seem to be just absolutely booming. I didn't expect to get this amount. I was hoping for about 300 views, and I did one literally last week, and it's currently on just over 200,000 views. It seems to be doing so well. Other ones are getting over 80,000. I'm just really surprised you guys seem to be enjoying them so much, and I'm off to a game again today. I'm off to Bournemouth St Michael's today. I'm off to Notts County tomorrow. And then on Tuesday, Walton and Hersham FC. I'm travelling, guys. I'm doing the non-league ground reviews like you guys want. But I'm going to still do the YouTube, obviously, guys. I'm not forgetting about you lot. I just want to say thank you, guys, for enjoying them so much. And, yeah, thank you. I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked still. But we're going to be talking about the transfers. The transfers. Transfer window. Jack Grealish obviously maybe going to Man City. I'm going to talk about Michael Elise, and then we're going to talk about Ben White. Those three players are going to be the rambling talk today. Let's start off with Jack Grealish. And as I said, sorry guys, this one will be a little bit shorter because I have to get a train. Got to get a train, got to get to Bournemouth, got to get to Sutton. Fast, basically, because I'm already late. But here we go. Let's talk about Jack Grealish. Obviously, Man City have tabled a £100 million bid for the English tricky winger, playmaker, whatever you want to call him, and the man with the luscious locks, Jack Grealish. £100 million is a lot of money, making it the most expensive Premier League transfer in history, the most expensive Englishman in history. Wow, this is a huge move for Man City, and I think if they do sign it, they have to win the Champions League. Obviously, I still think PSG will win, but that's beside the point. Man City now are just creating all these wingers, and we all get annoyed if you're like me, an FPL fancy Premier League manager. Man City annoy me anyway because they just seem to swap and change the front three every single week anyway. Imagine it now. On the left, Sterling. Yep. You ready for this? Sterling, Grealish, and Ferran Torres. Three wingers that can just chop and change every week, all pretty. I'd say Sterling and obviously Grealish are world class. Ferran Torres has the potential and he looks very good. Looked very good at the Euros. But Grealish, I think, is a huge move. I think Man City are going to get him. It reportedly Villa have accepted it, and I do think they have to. I don't think Villa can turn down 100 million because 100 million is it's not life changing for Villa because obviously they've spent quite a lot of money in recent years, big investments into the squad. But I just think it's an odd one. I do think, obviously, he's a brilliant player and he will add so much to Man City. But I think there's bigger positions that Man City need to sort out. They've got bigger worries because I think Sterling's a brilliant player. I think Ferran Torres is a good player. Obviously, on the other wing, they've got Mahrez, Bernardo Silva. Just confuses me a little bit. I think they need, obviously, Kane more than they needed Grealish. But obviously, he's a brilliant player and he'll add so much. We know what he can do. He drives the ball like no other player. He's not the fastest over across like 100 metres, but when he's got the ball, you cannot take the ball off him or you will foul him. He just glides past players like it's nothing. It's like he's ice skating on the pitch. It's beautiful watching him play. So creative, makes so many chances. And I think that's what he will add because obviously the two wingers, Mahrez and Sterling, are goal merchants. They get a lot of goals. Obviously, they do get their fair share of assists, but Grealish is the assist merchant. He will create so many chances for whoever plays in that false nine position. Whether sorry, I've just realised I forgot about Foden. Foden also plays on the left and on the right. I don't know how I just forgot that, but there you go. It just shows you they've got so many wingers now in that squad that are just unreal. And that's the point. You can easily forget about them. I don't know how I forgot about Foden, but that's the point. They've got so much attacking threat. I think they need really to sort out the holding midfielder or a centre-back or actually getting a left-back. I don't know. I still think he'll be huge for them. I don't think it's a massive issue. Obviously, Man City have got a lot of money to spend. 100 million is really nothing to them. I think it's going to be a great sign. I think Grealish will, honestly, he will flourish in this team. I don't know how often he'll start, whether he will be the main man. I doubt it. Should be interesting to see how he plays when a team isn't built around him. Whereas at the Villa right now, everything goes through Grealish. The Villa's, like Dean Smith's tactics are give the ball Grealish. No offence. Obviously, Dean Smith's a great manager, but everything goes through Jack Grealish. Whereas at Man City now, it should be interesting because he won't get as much of the ball. Obviously, yes, he will in a sense that Man City will have the ball constantly, but as in percentage-wise of Man City's play, it won't all be Grealish like he does at the Villa. So it should be interesting to see. I think he'll do really well. I think he'll get a lot of assists and he'll play very well. Man City have to win the league, to be honest. And that's all I'm going to say about Jack Grealish. Very good signing. Going to be very interesting to see what happens with it. But more importantly, I'm going to talk about Michael Olise going to Crystal Palace. What a signing. He is amazing. I didn't get to speak about him last week. I spoke about him before on this channel. I said he was Reading's best player of the season last year. And I also said he was definitely my young player of the season. And then obviously the EFL copied me and gave him the trophy of the young player of the year. And he's absolutely unreal. Right winger, left-footed, French, 19, cuts in on that left foot of his, the wand of his foot, and he will bag a serious amount of goals next season. What a player. So fast, so good. You'd honestly think he's got so many years on him because he's just so composed whenever he goes forward. Really like him. He'll score a lot of goals. It should be interesting to see how he works in the Vieira system. But as I said, we'll wait and see, and I'm excited to see what happens with that. Not only that, we've also got Conor Gallagher going to Crystal Palace, and Conor Gallagher, obviously me being a West Brom fan, I saw him a lot last season. He's a very good player, very good. He's not the best going forward. Obviously, he was at Charlton, but he's dropped back at West Brom into the number 8 role rather than the number 10. Box-to-box midfielder. He's very, very good on the ball. His vision isn't the best, but he's not built. His game isn't built on passing. His game's built on pressing and tackling. Because obviously, last season in Europe, he got the second most successful win-backs of the ball, in the opposition's final third. Just shows you how much he does press, and he will really work for you. A proper workhorse in that midfield. Should be interesting again how he works out at Crystal Palace and who he plays in the midfield with. But not only that, talk about Ben White, and Ben White is a transfer that really excites me. £50 million for Ben White is huge. I think he's a great player. I think he's going to be unreal. I think within 2 seasons he will be one of the, or if not the best centre-back in the Premier League. I really like him. He's very fast. He's very good on the ball. He's both-footed. He's so spatially aware when he defends. He's constantly looking around. He knows exactly where he is. And I think that's what happens where he did play as a holding midfielder back when he was in the youth days. So I think that really does help him on the ball and positionally. So he's going to be a player to watch out for. I think he will really help make that, reassure that strong defence at Arsenal, because they got the 3rd best defensive record last season. And to be honest, they can only get better with this signing. I think it's a great signing. Great player. Very sorry, guys. It's the first time I've ever sneezed on a rambling or coughed or anything. I apologise if you just had to witness that sneeze, and I couldn't really give you an earphone warning, so I apologise. But no, I think Ben White's a brilliant signing. I think it's a great signing, and I can't see now, with all these signings being made, especially with Grealish obviously potentially going to Man City, I can't see Kane moving at all. I think Kane will probably sign a new contract with Tottenham. I can't see how Man City can drop 160 million now on him. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, Son signed that new contract, and they've signed a new keeper. They've signed that Carlos Gil, or I don't know how you say his name. Don't really know much about him, but it should be interesting to see how he kind of works out for Tottenham. But the biggest thing as well is, what is Aston Villa going to do with this money? Obviously, they've been linked with a £40 million for Tammy Abraham, £30 million for James Ward-Prowse, and £30 million for Leon Bailey. I think Leon Bailey is not going to replace Jack Grealish. They play different kind of players. Leon Bailey is more direct winger, fast pace. He's not going to drop deep with the ball. He wants to be in the final third. Plays on the right, cuts in on his left. So he's nothing like Jack Grealish. He isn't a direct replacement. I think Buendia is more suited to the Jack Grealish sort of style at Aston Villa. My only problem for Aston Villa now, though, is obviously everyone knows they've got money. So if you try and go in for James Ward-Prowse with 30 million, Southampton just put it up by 10 million because they know you've got more money. And I do think they'll struggle now to sign players for... They'll probably overpay for players, but they can because obviously they do have the money. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Aston Villa. I think they will struggle without Jack Grealish next season. When I say struggle, I don't think they're going to get relegated or anything like that. I think they're just going to be just below mid-table. Maybe like the 14th in the league, 13th, because they've built a team around one player for I don't know how many seasons, and it's going to take a while to transition to a new style of play because obviously everything went through Jack Grealish. All the pressure was on Jack Grealish now, and it's going to be interesting to see who the pressure then goes on to, whether the team take it as a whole or what. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with them because it's the unknown that makes this Premier League season so exciting. I think it's going to be a brilliant season, so much to play for. I can't wait. And Van Dijk and obviously Joe Gomez are back together. Can't wait to see Van Dijk back. It's going to be interesting to see who gets this title. I think at the moment, my early predictions are that Man City will win the league this year. But it depends, because they might want to focus on the Champions League. Obviously, that's what Man City want, the Champions League. So who knows? But my early predictions are that Man City will win the Premier League. And who's going to win the Championship? That is a good question. I don't think West Brom will, and I don't think Fulham will. I think QPR have got a good side, but I don't think they're as good as everyone thinks. I think everyone's overhyping them, obviously, because the Man United win. So no. Who knows? I'm not going to say now. I have got a video coming out for those predictions, and I'll let you know, guys. And obviously, I will do a video on what a lot of you have been asking me about, my opinions on betting companies on football shirts, because I did mention it in my football shirts video, and all of you want to see that. And I promise you I will release a video, but it's quite a touchy subject. It's quite a difficult one to grasp. And I want to do it, I want to articulate myself perfectly, so that one's got to have a lot of planning, and that will come out soon, but not yet. I know a lot of you have been asking for me to talk about it, because I said about how I'm not a fan of betting companies on football shirts, but as I said, I will release a video on that very soon. But thank you guys for watching, and as I said, thank you for watching the TikToks. I can't believe how much this channel's booming. We hit 1k subscribers, like 5,000 on TikTok, nearly 6,000. This is going great, guys, so thank you guys for watching. Comment any transfers you want me to talk about. I'm going to probably do some more reactions to transfers and kind of do a bit more of analysis. I'm going to do match preview, no, sorry, what am I saying? I'm going to do season previews, talking about every club coming up soon. A lot of content is going to get pushed out soon, guys, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you all have a great weekend. Bucket Hat Sam over and out. Thank you, goodbye.